Are you serious? Are you serious? Are we actually live? Live, 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 live. Explosion! Did you guys see what happened on this volcano? Unbelievable underground volcano, but guys, it erupted a second time. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, wait, wait. It erupted a second time, and when it did, it has brought major look. It when the vent is below water, nothing can tell us what will happen next. Scientists are saying we don't know what will happen next because it was a volcano under the ocean. And this has created some major concerns for what's going on. Guys, so again, no information is scary. Scientists struggle to monitor Tonga, the volcano, after the massive eruption. 2 islands have been wiped out. And the second eruption, is there a cover-up? I've been asking the question, where's the news coverage? And now there's starting to be questions asked by others in the media. I'm going to tell you more about this in just a moment. But first, let me put a shout out for noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. I can tell you guys right now that there's so much inconsistency. There's so much unknown out there. You need to pick up the phone right now and call Colin Plume or one of his associates at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And what I want you to do is find out about what to do with your 401k funds. Can you roll some of it over into gold? You should probably consider. Or maybe you got cash sitting in the bank doing nothing. You might want to put some of that into a precious metal. Lord knows how the value of cash is fluctuating, how it's losing its value. So I want you to look at these things. Again, that's noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Tell them that Pastor Paul sent you over there. Well, this is what scientists are saying. Oh, by the way, speaking of that gold, I forgot to tell you that he would give you this gold coin. If you qualify, 1/10 of an ounce gold coin, they'll give you that as well at noblegoldinvestment.com. All right. So you see, here's the deal. No information is scary. Well, they should know now you know how we feel. Because a lot of information is being hid from us. No doubt about it. It's being hid from us. And we've known this. This is why the church relies on the Spirit of God, on the Holy Ghost, to help give us, to give us really the info we need. We have to lean on the Lord. And that's why the Bible says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge the Lord. He will direct your path. Seriously, this is becoming a very serious situation over there in Tonga right now. And the reason there was no tsunami on the second eruption was very simply with this, guys. This second eruption was more at the bottom of the ocean, which was more going down than going up. Okay, so you have to look how things are going. We did have tsunamis with the first eruption, but not the second. But that's because of the trajectory of the release of the lava. But one thing's happening. This is exactly what Mike from around the world said would happen, and even told us it was going to be happening soon. He even told us be watching for those underground volcanoes. Keep watching. And then, of course, Thursday, the earth tilted. They had to scramble to recalculate all the GPS around the earth, the satellites that are going around to keep planes from crashing when they land. Then we have a volcano eruption, now a second eruption. 2 islands have just disappeared. Are you serious? 2 islands are gone? Yes, this is insane. But the concern at the moment is how little information we have, and that's scary, says Janie Cripper, that's a New Zealand-based volcanologist with the Smithsonian Global Volcanism Program. So She says again, the concern at the moment is how little information we have. And that's scary, she says. And guess what? We've been in the dark about Planet X forever. And guys, what I'm saying is, and she says that she's a volcanologist. They understand the volcanism is increasing. Remember what Marshall Masters said? How can we forget it? He's going to be one of our speakers in the upcoming summit we're having on January 28th. We're only today's 17th. We're 11 days away if we make it. We're 11 days away from the webinar on January the 28th and 29th. I'm telling you, get your tickets now. Marshall Masters is telling us that as the closer it gets now, then the more intensity of the volcano eruptions that will happen. So get your tickets today. Go right now to my website. Just go to my website. You can go to Eventbrite and get it, or you can just go right to my website and get it, okay? And get your tickets. It's real easy if you go to my website. Just go there right now at propheticprophecy.com, right in the center of the homepage. There it is. Click on it. Click it. Get your ticket, okay? Be ready for what's about to take place. But Marshall Masters told us right here. He said, Planet X incoming is causing higher amounts of volcanism on Earth. Marshall Masters. He'll be one of our 4 speakers. Now, I just got done interviewing Gil Broussard this morning. 1 hour, I think it was about an hour and 10 minutes. All I'm going to tell you is this was, and I mean this, there's 12 graphics that he put together, charts showing you where Planet X is and where it will be each month as it approaches the sun, swings around the sun, and then heads toward the earth. How there's going to be an absolute chaos as this thing comes around. It's unbelievable. In his charts, he shows the fire and the brimstone hitting the earth. He tells you where on the earth that will happen. He tells you approximately when it will take place based on the calculations that he has and based on the ancient scripts that was also uncovered and based on the biblical narrative that we've already seen and the history of it. This is an incredible presentation, the best one ever. It's way more defined now because we know Planet X is within range. We know it is. And so he's beginning to say, look, this thing is getting real, folks. This thing is getting real. Here's one way to get the tickets. I'll just put it right there at the bottom there. Just go to Paul Begley Prophecy. Okay? Get your ticket now for Effects of Planet X. Anyway, I interviewed Gil Broussard. It's the best presentation he's ever done. Not even nothing. This is the best ever, ever, ever. It's so easy to understand. You know, for the first 3-4 times I interviewed him, I kept thinking, now, what is a perihelion and what are you talking about? And as it goes by, but man, when you put all 12 of those charts up there and then explain them each time, and we talk about it, and we care, and we read the scriptures that match it, it's so easy a child can understand this. And this thing is it's close, it's close, it's close, it's close, it's close. I'm telling you, folks, it's close. So you want to get ready because, and now the scientists are freaking out. They're saying no information is scary. Scientists are struggling to monitor what's going on. And Mike around the world called this I'm telling you. And remember what Mike said Thursday night? He said, what's about to happen, this is it. The events coming will be the climax of the end. And I said, whoa. He said it right at the end of the broadcast Thursday night. I said, what do you mean? What's about to happen? He said, what's about to happen soon, this is it. Well, he said this because the earth tilted on Thursday. He told us this. And then on Saturday morning, what happened? An underground volcano of biblical proportion erupts. This is it. Mike called this, and he'd been telling us there's going to be an underground volcano. It's coming. It's coming. There's more than one. There's even some along the very close. We're very worried about the west coast of California. Okay? These things were all explained. Did you see that there's no food? There's no meat. They're running out of food and meat all over Georgia. Guys, you can believe this. I really believe this. The white trains, the government white trains with food to be distributed. I believe it's coming. I believe that when Mike said that they're coming, it won't be long. The white trains are coming. I believe that we're on the brink of it right now. I told Heidi, I said, uh-oh, look at the empty shelves. Look at no meat counters. Look at this. And it's going to be like 3 days before any more meat comes into this one area of Georgia. There's nothing on the shelves. I said, Heidi, it's begun. It's begun. It's begun. It won't be long now. White train, government trains will be distributing food throughout different parts of the world. So this is getting crazy. Let me read to you here, though, about this volcano that absolutely has just shocked the world here. And be sure you get your tickets for this webinar. As I said, I wouldn't joke you. I would not play with you. Gil Brazard's interview was the best ever. I don't even know if these other three guys, just being honest, I love them all. Mike Around the World, Steve Menanoon, and Marshall Masters. I don't even know if they can come close to what he just revealed in this interview I did with Gil Brazard. But you know what? That's where I'm a lot of times wrong, because all four of these guys have information and intelligence that we don't have. And that's why we got them. That's why we brought them. I got the Bible intelligence, though. I'll tell you that right now. And the scriptures tell you that 1/3 of the trees and 1/3 of the grass is going to burn up. People, you better get ready. Jesus Christ is coming back, and he's not coming back after a bunch of people doubting and pouting and not believing in him. He's coming back, folks. Like Mike said, the planet X is a large force. It will mess with people's minds, driving them crazy. Everything's about to change. We're on the brink of it. We're on the absolute brink of it. Let me read to you about this volcano's second eruption before I get too carried away here. But this is what they're saying, okay? This article just coming out. It says that no information is scary. Scientists are struggling to monitor the Tonga volcano after the massive eruption. 2 islands have been completely wiped out. They're gone. Second eruption is covered up. There's no internet. There's no telephone communications. We don't know what's going on down there. And we don't know how many people are dead. I told you this is bad. Scientists are struggling to monitor an active volcano. They don't know how to handle this one. The eruption off the South Pacific island of Tonga. And after the explosion destroyed its sea level crater and drowned its mass, obscuring it from satellites. The eruption of Tonga volcano over by Tonga, which sits on the seismically active Pacific Ring of Fire, sent tsunami waves across the Pacific Ocean and was heard some 2,300 or 1,430 miles away. They heard the blast in New Zealand. This is from the bottom of the ocean, 12.5 miles high. Ash was exploded into the atmosphere. Listen, the concern at the moment is how little information we have, and that's scary, said Janie Krippner, a New Zealand-based volcanologist with the Smithsonian Global Volcanism Program. When the vent is below the water, nothing can tell us what will happen next. That's crazy, but that's exactly what she said in her quote. And in other words, they don't know what's going to happen next or when. But Krippner said on-site instruments were likely destroyed in the eruption, and volcanology community was pooling together the best available data and expertise to review the explosion and predict the anticipated future activity. Saturday's eruption was so powerful that space satellites captured not only the huge clouds of ash, but also the atmospheric shock wave that radiated out from the volcano at close to speed of sound. Insane. Photographs and videos showed gray ash clouds billowing over the South Pacific and a meter-high waves or 3-foot waves surging onto the coast of Tonga. We do not know how many people are dead. We know 2 people died in Brazil. We know others have definitely died over in Tonga. But yet there's no internet, no telephones, no satellites, nothing is revealing any information to us. Everything has been cut off. And some people are starting to ask the question, is that deliberate? Is it possible that we're not being told how bad it is, or not being told what's expected to happen next, because it would start to create panic in the ring of fire. This unusual, outstanding speed and force of eruption indicates a greater force at play than simply magma meeting water. This is maybe one of the most important statements by a scientist I've ever heard. And I'm actually just going to stick it up on a banner just so people can see what was just said. This is huge. Okay, check this out. Boom, boom. The unusual, astounding speed and force of the eruption indicated a greater force at play than simply magma meeting water. A greater force at play. Now, you might look at that in several different ways. Let's do that. Let's do that together. I want to thank all 1,600 of you that have showed up here spontaneously here this afternoon. Could it be that there was several rod of God weaponry fired into the ocean to create this explosion, as some people are thinking it's possible or thinking it actually happened, that this was man-made? My answer to that is no. I'm going to tell you what. You can shoot a nuke or you can shoot 10 nukes into the ocean if you want to. But you can't create the magma. You can't create the ash. Not of this magnitude. So this was a volcano. It's exactly what Mike said. It's a volcano. Not this time. Not that they couldn't do it. Not that they couldn't do some serious damage. But this thing is bigger than even man can, because there is actual magma down there. Okay? There's actually magma down there. You could set off a big explosion. There ain't no doubt about that. Now, what about the second explosion? Could man have done that one? Yes. And maybe even did. Trying to create a way to bury the thing. You've heard this said before, that when that la 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 palma da 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 la 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 palma volcano. Remember, they talked about maybe we should nuke it to try to get it to stop by burying its crater. So it's possible that the second eruption could have been done for weather modification, try to stop this monster that erupting. But again, that's a speculation. No doubt in my mind that the force that erupted this volcano was the hand of God. And oh, by the way, if you're worried about carbon footprints, you could start every car on the earth. You could fire up every coal plant on the planet. You could open up the smokestacks to every factory and let them run for the next 10 years. And you can't put even close to the carbon output that this volcano did from below the ocean to the sky. So I'm tired of the green thing. Just get off my back with that. God is in control, and you better start listening to him. Is anybody listening to me? Now, yes, happy Martin Luther King Day. Thank you for that. That's right. Thank you for that. He was right when he said we should not be judged by the we should be not judged by the color of our skin, but certainly by the content of our character. And if you go by that, there's a lot of folks who are in trouble because the content of their character is not Christian. And the only way you get that change is give your heart to Jesus Christ. Okay, back to what we're talking about. So there's look at this. The unusual, astounding speed and force of this eruption indicates a greater force at play than simply magma meeting water. Guys, if this had been above ground and this had erupted like this, you would be having a dark, you want to talk about a dark winter? You'd be having a dark winter for about the next 18 months because this was probably one of the largest. This is almost like a super volcano going off, guys. And matter of fact, I don't think we're even close to being done. God, that's exactly right, Patrick. God has the wheel. God's in control. Remember what the great prophetic words of David Wilkerson said when it's all said and done. But God is in control. Man can't supersede God. A man cannot overtake God's prophecies. Man is not good enough. Man is not even close to being good enough. Do you understand the greater force at play here? And I believe that greater force is God using Planet X. Now, that's the other option. Planet X, as it comes and starts to swing past us on the planet, it's going to rip the heart out of this earth. And when it does, the floodwaters will open. When it does, a third of the trees and the grass will burn up. When it does, hailstones will fall that weigh 75 pounds or heavier. When it does, there will be plagues unleashed upon the earth like we've never seen. Guys, this is why God is telling me to write the book. That's why I'm writing it. And right now I'm like, I got to hurry and get it done. I'm cool. It's my book. And then I got a professional writer helping me. The two of us are working together frantically now because I told him, I said, God told me 9/11, Revelation 9/11. He said, it's about to happen. It's about to happen. You better hurry and get the book done. So I put a quick DVD out, and you can get that now. It's available at my website. Get that now. Let me ship that to you right now. But the book will be more comprehensive with a whole lot more information, including prophecy, scientific information, as well as biblical information, as well as prophetic prophecies by several of the world's greatest prophetic preachers of our day in the last 100 years. And all of it pointing toward the coming of the Lord Jesus Christ. So that book called Revelation 9/11 will soon be, I have a publisher, so they're going to launch this thing everywhere, and it needs to happen because we're in the last days. I can't believe that anyone would ever want to publish one of my books, but they are going to do it. We're going to get it out there. If I can get it out there before the Lord comes back is the question. And it's starting to get that intense now, guys. It's starting to get that intense. So please give your life to Jesus Christ. Don't mess around. So anyway, I'm just going to say this. I interviewed Gil Broussard. That 1 hour and 10-minute interview will be on the 4 interviews that I do, plus me and Heidi are doing a special report. So you're going to get 5 discs. You're going to get 5 reports, I should say. You're going to get 5 presentations. I interview Gil Broussard first. It's the greatest interview of this subject ever. I can't believe it. Number 2, then I'm getting ready to interview Stephen Ben-Noon tonight. That's going to be fascinating. Wow. Then Thursday, I'm going to be interviewing Marshall Masters. That's going to be, I'll have that one done. And then Mike from Around the World, I'll have that one done. And then me and Heidi's going to do our collaboration. Then we'll have that one done. And then it will all be ready to go, and it will be ready. You want to get your ticket now so that at 6 o'clock on the 28th of January, 6 o'clock on the 28th of January, your email will pop in your email, your link to the webinar, to the summit. It's only for, and when you get it, then you'll be able to watch that in one evening. 6 o'clock, you'll get the link, you can click, and the first one up there will be Gil Broussard, and you will watch it, and you will not get the popcorn, get the Bible, get ready to do some praying, and get everybody around the screen, because turn the televisions off. There's nothing on TV even close to what you're getting. The binge watching's on, but it's only going to be about 4.5 hours. But that 4.5 hours, it will reveal to you more about Planet X and the effects of Planet X on this planet than we've ever seen in history. So I want you to do it right now. Thank you, beautiful story. Go right now. Get your ticket right now. While you're getting your tickets right now, I'm going to play a song for you. And you guys could pretty well guess what song I'm going to play. Let's face it. This is not a time to be playing around. This is a time that every one of us need to believe the fact that we need the shelter of the Lord. What? I'll be right back after the song. Get your ticket. The earth can shake, the sky come down, the mountains all fall to the ground, but I will fear none of those things. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Dark dark waters rise, the thunder pounds, the wheels of war are going round, and all the walls are crumbling. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Hide me underneath your wings. Hide me deep inside your heart. In your refuge, cover me. The world can shake, but Lord, I'm making you my hiding place. The wind will blow, the rain can pour, the deluge break, the tempest roar. But in that storm, my spirit sings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Are you serious? Underneath your wings. Sounds like a pineapple prophecy to me. This is it. Jesus will be coming soon. I don't know when. But he said, when you see these things happening, look up. On that day, you call for me. Someday when time no more shall be, and I say, death, where is your sting? Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. You better get ready. Hide me underneath your wings. Hide me deep inside your heart. In your refuge, cover me. The world can shake, but Lord, I'm making you my hiding place. On that day, you call for me. Someday when time no more shall be, well, I say, death, where is your sting? Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Somebody should be shouting somewhere, Jesus is coming. Wow. Guys, seriously, we're running out of time, and I can tell you right now. So go to my website. Hey, new believers class tonight, 7 p.m. You're invited. It's free class, new believers. And it's a good way to get started. Maybe you've been saved just less than 3 years, and you're really needing some help. Maybe you didn't really get a chance to go to church, or you never had that option. You didn't learn much about the Lord in the early years, and you're kind of needing to know some, some of the basic things. This is what that class is for. It's to make a major difference in your life. I really think you'll be so happy. to do this. And so we're glad for you. Okay. All right, guys. Guys, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to let you go. I'll be back with some more information later. But I can just tell you now, the effects of Planet X. This is going to be the summit of ever. You know what's amazing? People are going to, eyes will be opened wide. This summit will open everybody's eyes wide open. Okay? I promise you that. I promise you that. After today, just one interview so far. I don't know what in the world else can be said that the next three guys, but I'm sure they got more to tell us. And that timeline is starting to be drawn. So we've got Gil's timeline. Let's see what Stephen Bendanoon, Marshall Masters, and Mike Around the World got to tell us about it all. And Sister Heidi and I will then do we'll do a video together, taking the 4 parts and putting the spaghetti model together for you. Wow. I have to leave. I'm out of time. I love everybody. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Please, let's get saved. Last night there was 22 salvations, but I think there might have been more in the archives. People watching the archives. I don't know. There was quite a few people got saved on Thursday night, and last night again. We just praise God for that. Wow. Are you saved?